June 30th, 1990, I was 11 years old for 9 days. I got arrested for armed robbery in Philadelphia County. Growing up young in Philadelphia, not knowing who I was, wanted to be accepted, wanted to be cool, just following the crowd. I got out next week, I got locked up again. I wound up spending 5 years in the juvenile system. By the time I turned 17, I got locked up for 2 armed robberies, 2 firearm violations. They sentenced me to 19 and a half to 52 years in prison. They certified me as an adult, which means I got to go to adult prison. I walked into prison not knowing who I was, but I wound up turning prison into Princeton, jail into Yale, the state pen into Penn State. I educated myself every day. While incarcerated, I got my hands on the iPod Touch and a wireless hotspot. I started searching the internet. I said, oh, this is, because being in jail for, all these years, I didn't even know you had stuff like this. Once I got my hand on it, I started using it to do all the research possible. And at the same time, I'm looking at Anthony Bourdain on the TV, and I'm saying to myself, I didn't know that the world was bigger than the hood. Once I learned that, I said, okay, when I get out, I realized that a lot of people was playing with this technology and just using it for entertainment and not using it to scale. I took that phone and I created a marketing agency, which I didn't even know what it was called. I just started marketing people businesses for them on social media, along with motivating people on the daily messages with just this phone. Living in my grandma's middle room, I said, okay, I'm gonna start my own show. I started a show called Where's Wallo? Put it on YouTube. I just took the phone on a tripod, started interviewing some of the biggest talent in the world. I went from there, I said, okay. I started a podcast called $1 Million Worth of Game. In the same time I'm starting the podcast, Leo Cohen appointed me the cultural advisor at YouTube, where I started a program called YouTube Avenues. We went all around the world and we educated people how to start YouTube, how to scale on YouTube, how to monetize on YouTube. We came here, I had to sit down even in the Bay, but we went to communities all across America. Once I started the podcast, $1 Million Worth of Game, after, the first deal came in 6 months, it was for a few million. And in 2.5 years, I renegotiated that deal for extension for $30 million. No agent, no none of that. And it was a licensing deal. And it was a licensing deal. So I partnered up. I only like to partner with people that care about the community that I come from. So Barstool, I partnered up with them. We gave back $4.5 million during the pandemic to minority business that was struggling on the East Coast. Outside of that, I wound up becoming Chief Marketing Officer for Reform. Last September, I dropped the book. My memoir became an instant New York Times bestseller. Recently, utilized AI to tell the stories that I'm creating in order to show my partners, like, this is what's going on, this is what's new, this is the future. Because I believe that Hollywood is dead and technology is going to take it over. And the people that believe in themselves every day they wake up, they're going to be winning. They're the new stars. And I said to myself, I'm going to bet on myself every way possible. So I started a company called Nandy House, which housed podcasts, book publishing, movies, and TV series. And my name Wallo267. The 267 come from my prison number, so I can remember where I came from and I ain't never going back to. And I'm a culture shifter. Thank you.